Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. For years, Bronny James has been known as LeBron's son, living under the weight of one of basketball's most iconic last names. But last night, he took a major step toward carving out his own legacy. Under the bright lights of a packed arena, against a formidable Milwaukee Bucks squad, Bronny delivered a performance that had the entire NBA world buzzing. For much of the season, Bronny's role has been limited, often finding himself as more of an observer than a contributor. But with the Lakers battling a relentless schedule, worn down by injuries, and forced to dig deep into their bench, head coach JJ Redick had no choice but to turn to the rookie for significant minutes. What followed was nothing short of electrifying. The crowd, the energy, the stakes. It all came together in a way that felt like a moment of destiny for Bronny James. Now take a second and imagine this. You're just 20 years old, a late second-round draft pick, and you suddenly find yourself face-to-face with one of the most dominant forces in the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo, a two-time MVP, a defensive powerhouse, a nightmare matchup for even the league's best. The fans are on the edge of their seats. Your father, arguably the greatest player to ever step on a basketball court, is sitting courtside, watching your every move. The pressure? Insane. The moment? Huge. So, what do? You don't back down, you attack? Bronny wasted no time. He hit Giannis with a smooth behind-the-back crossover, kept his balance, and exploded toward the rim. Giannis reached in. Contact was made. No whistle. But the message was already delivered. Bronny James wasn't going to shrink under the bright lights. He was here to compete. And this battle? It was just getting started. That moment against Giannis seemed to flip a switch in Bronny's game. From then on, he played with a confidence and aggression we hadn't seen before. The rookie was locked in, showcasing not just his skills, but his poise under pressure. By the time the final buzzer sounded, he had put up a season-high 17 points, knocking down 7 of his 10 shots with remarkable efficiency. But he wasn't just scoring. He facilitated the offense with 5 assists, battled on the boards for 3 rebounds, and even recorded a block, proving he wasn't afraid to mix it up on defense either. This wasn't just another game. This wasn't just garbage time minutes. This was a young player making a statement under the bright lights, showing the world that he belonged. Lakers head coach JJ Redick didn't mince words when talking about Bronny after the game. He wasn't surprised. He had seen this kind of work ethic from Bronny behind the scenes. What stood out, though, was how Redick addressed the critics, the ones who questioned whether Bronny was in the NBA purely because of his father's name. Redick didn't hold back. He shut down the noise, making it clear that Bronny James is more than just LeBron's son. He's an NBA player in his own right. No asterisk, no excuses. Just talent, hard work, and undeniable growth.
I saw some video interviews that he did at the Combine in May. And obviously I was not the Lakers coach, just an NBA analyst and podcaster at the time. And I texted Bron, and I was like, man, Bronny has his head on straight. Like, he gets it. And since day one, I've just been impressed with the person that he is, and to deal with, because of who his dad is, and just keep a level head about it and be a class act. Says a lot about him, says a lot about that family, and the way LeBron and Savannah have raised him. You know, it was obvious to me from the moment I started spending time with him on the court this summer. You know, he was certainly going to be an NBA player, and I still believe that. He'll be an NBA player.
Before he got his shot in the NBA, Bronny was grinding in the G League, putting in the hours, refining his skills, and proving he could hold his own against professional competition. Averaging over 20 points per game with impressive shooting efficiency, he wasn't just going through the motions. He was developing, evolving, and showing flashes of the player he could become. While the bright lights of the NBA were focused elsewhere, Bronny was in the lab, working on his craft. And last night, we saw just how much that hard work is starting to pay off. But if we're talking about Bronny's journey, we have to talk about the adversity he's faced. Just over a year and a half ago, he suffered a cardiac arrest, a life-altering moment that sent shockwaves through the basketball world. It was more than just a setback. It was a terrifying moment that made everyone wonder if he'd ever play again. Some doubted he'd return to the court at all, but Bronny, he never wavered. He put in the work, step by step, day by day, rebuilding his strength, regaining his confidence and trusting his body again. And now, after months of dedication and sacrifice, he's finally seeing the results. His words after the game? It's all coming back. And you could see it in his game. He's moving with confidence, playing with intensity, and proving that he's here to stay. So, what's next for Bronny James? According to him, the plan doesn't change. The work doesn't stop. No shortcuts, no special treatment, no sense of entitlement. Just the same relentless grind that got him to this point. Going in the gym tomorrow, ready to work as hard as I did yesterday. That's his mindset. One game at a time, one practice at a time, one step closer to proving he belongs, not because of his last name, but because of his game. So, Lakers fans, what's the verdict? Is Bronny silencing the critics? Is he showing that he can carve out a real role on this team? I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're enjoying these breakdowns, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay locked in. Peace.